Why should our Kenyan president allow people to die during their regime? Not terrorists, not thieves, but I'm talking about innocent citizens who, in case they'd committed any form of a mistake or an offense, they should be presented to the courts of law so that they get charged accordingly. Why should they allow these people to be killed anyhow? So far in the history of Kenya, we've had not just one president, but five of them. The first one is Jomo Kenyatta. Second one, it is Mwai Kibaki. The third one, the second one is Daniel Toroitich arap Moi. The third one is Mwai Kibaki. The fourth one is Uhuru Kenyatta. And the fifth now, it is William Samoei Arap Ruto. During Kenyatta's time, people passed on. People died. People were killed. People died, I'm telling you. Kenyans died. During Moi's time, people were killed. People were killed as well. Someone goes against the government, then he gets abducted as well, found in a forest, dead. People were shot in the broad daylight with Kenyans, fellow Kenyans. Coming to Kibaki's time, we had the post-election violence that occurred. Of course, it involved many other leaders, but the fact is that it happened under Kibaki's watch. People got killed. People died. It was reported about 1,500 Kenyans, at least, died during the post-election violence. Simply because of the lust for leadership, the greed for leadership. Now, during Kenyatta's time, we can't forget the dumpings at Yala River. People tied in sacks, thrown in the river, left there. Later on discovered by common mwananchi, and investigations were carried out, and there's nobody was arrested over this. The government did not give any report. It's only the bodies were discovered and then later on buried. As simple as that. As simple as that. Now, there's a unique case that we're having right now with the current president, President William Samoei Arap Ruto. These cases are similar to the ones that happened during Moi's time. People get abducted, they get killed in forests and in various parts of the country. And then finally, some of them find themselves in city mortuary. The same case is happening with William Ruto right now. People get abducted in broad daylight. They get abducted. Later on, they disappear for about so many days, and then their bodies are found in city mortuary. To be honest, why do we have people getting abducted? What is this kind of a threat that they pose to anyone that results in them to getting abducted, then later on killed? Now, it's alleged that these things are done by the government people. Recently, we heard Rigathi Gachagua mentioning the people orchestrating this plan of abduction. As he was saying this, some youths from Mount Kenya were abducted, were in custody of those abductors. And then one of the youths came out and said he had there were almost 30 plus people also who remained in the same place that he was held up. Now, today, as we speak, most of those youths have not been released. But upon presentation to court, Inspector General of Police, that is Douglas Kanja, and the DCI officer, DCI boss, these people were found dead at city mortuary. These are not the first cases of deaths that have been recorded in William Ruto's government. The same script has appeared before, has been seen before. We have seen Denzel Omondi, who disappeared after the demonstrations of 2024 June and eventually found dead floating on water. And we've also had many others that have been killed. Some of them almost died and they were found, but they were abducted for quite some time, kept somewhere nobody knew. And now these ones were killed and also put at city mortuary. What is this that they cost that they have to die? Why must we have Kenyans who have any contrary opinion or maybe have done something wrong, gotten, taken to custody with unknown people, and then killed? The fact remains that these people are dying by the police people, by the Kenyan security agents, because the people who come to abduct, they don't come during the day. Which criminals in this country can literally walk with guns around with a car, go abduct people, and then run comfortably without any investigation? We know there are cameras within CBD. We know these people can be abducted. You can be traced using their mobile phones. If someone was killed, for instance, let me give you an example of the person who was killed, who was in charge of this gentleman who was killed in Luo Nyanza. And then upon being killed, people were traced, people with the mobile phones, Others were shot in some restaurant in Kisumu where they were hiding. The fact remains that they could be able to trace these people, trace them until where there's an HR who was killed. You all remember his name actually. This person who did the abduction can be caught by the police. But because it's the police who are doing these things, they are not caught because mobile phones are there. Safaricom can produce the coordinates of these people, the people who are doing this, which mobile phone was around there, at what time did they do it. These guys, the only thing that protects them is that they wear masks so that the common man cannot publish their pictures. But the police has the technology to be able to detect these people and get them apprehended. But the fact remains, because they are the ones who are doing that, they are not caught. So as we speak today, it is not fair at all when we have these people do this in broad daylight and then later on get free without being charged, without being caught. And then people found dead. People are found dead. For heaven's sake, these are families. Now, the wife who was left, perhaps she was jobless. Maybe she depended on that man who was killed. How is this family going to survive? How will these kids go to their beds? How is it possible that President William Ruto can comfortably get to bed, sleep, wake up in the morning, comfortably address the nation while we have people who are being killed? How is it possible, this kind of a regime? How is it possible that this is happening? We are speaking these things because it is not right that we have Kenyans going through this kind of an experience. In this era now, we are being reminded of what was happening when the constitution was not the 2020 constitution. We had the old one, when the powers were bestowed to the president alone. Now, the Gen Zs who never knew Moi, who never had an experience of the bad Moi, is now getting to know what Moi was, because now is reminded of some of the things that were happening at that time that are now repeated in William Ruto's time. So indeed, this is a very sad moment as a country, that our presidents are allowing deaths to occur under their watch. And then they wake up very early in the morning boasting that they're presidents of this country. It cannot work. Nobody has the audacity right now, as all the presidents who have been there in power, to dictate, to give a speech, to give a lecture on Kenyans as far as killings are concerned, because they watched people being killed under their leadership. And it is very unfair. It's very unfair. It's very unfair. Because we can't have bodies put in sacks, dumped in Kware, under Ruto's watch. We can't have bodies put in sacks, dumped at Yala, under Huru's watch. It is not completely fair. Then those who are alleged to have committed the crimes are disappearing from the Kenyan police custodies. And these people are not caught. How does that happen? How is it possible? It's very sad that our presidents are orchestrating, are watching these people getting killed under their watch. How we should get a president, at least, who will ensure there's no single death that will occur as a result of an abduction, or maybe giving a contrary opinion to the government. To be specific, common mwananchi